Hello, welcome to Recipe Time. I'm Brett. Wow. Thanks for watching episode 7.
Hey, Uncle Brett, what you cooking today?
That's a great question, Morgan. Today we're making red wine marinated steak, serving it with roasted broccoli and Parmesan cheese.
This is the intro.
Come on, Morgan, you know you can't eat that.
But you said be myself. Silly!
No, you're not silly. You're sassy.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We're going to use the grill to cook the meat, and we're going to make the sauce in a pan. The broccoli is going to roast in the oven. Alright. The recipe's easy to follow. Just follow along. Oh yeah. Good cooking. Alright, let's get started by prepping our beef. What we need first is 3 garlic cloves. By smashing them this way, it's easier to peel. Now we're just going to give them a nice rough chop. Next up is our shallots. We're going to slice them nice and thin. You don't want your shallots too large. Make sure you get some medium-sized shallots. If they are too big, cut them in half like this. Here we need 1.5 teaspoons of fresh picked thyme. This is nice and easy, no cutting required. Now we're going to score our steak. You don't want to press too hard when you're scoring. You only want to go deep enough to pierce the outer layer. Now here I have a 2-pound flank steak. Feel free to use flank or skirt steak for this recipe. Make sure you flip it over and do both sides. Alright, now let's build our marinade. So we're going to take our garlic cloves, thyme, shallots. Now we're going to add our red wine. Now you can use either Merlot or Cabernet, just depends on if you want it peppery or sweet. Next we add 3 tablespoons of cold pressed olive oil. Now I like to use cold pressed because it gives it better flavor. Now let's cover it, put it in the refrigerator, and let it marinate for 3 to 4 hours. Once it's completed marinating, let's take our steak out of our marinade. Be sure to wipe off any debris. Wrap your steak in a plastic bag or container and bring to room temperature about an hour before you throw it on the grill. What you want to do here is strain out your marinade by removing the shallots, garlic, and thyme and just separating that from the liquid. It's important to save both of these because they'll both be used to make our sauce. Before we make our sauce, let's begin to prep for our broccoli. We're going to need 3 garlic cloves, but this time we're going to mince them. I used 4 because they were small. Now we're going to take 1 to 2 pounds of broccoli and cut it into bite-sized pieces. If the florets themselves won't fit in your mouth, just cut them like this. Here we need the juice of 1 lemon. I'm going to teach you a little trick that I've learned. Using a skewer, you're going to poke the bottom side of the lemon and make a hole big enough that the juice can flow through, but not the seeds. And squeeze away. Alright, now we're going to mix all of our ingredients together. First we're going to add 3 tablespoons of cold pressed olive oil, our cut garlic, our lemon juice, and we're going to mix that all together. Now let's take a sheet tray and cover it with non-stick foil. If you don't have non-stick foil, you can use olive oil instead. Spread the broccoli evenly over the sheet tray. Now it's time to make the sauce. Add 1 tablespoon of butter to your pan over medium-high heat. Let's cook off our bacon. So we're going to add 2 strips of cut bacon in 1/4-inch slices. Cook off until the bacon just starts to brown, and then we're going to add our mushrooms. Here I used shiitake mushrooms, but feel free to use baby bella or even white button mushrooms. Cook off your mushrooms for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to add our shallot mixture from the marinade. Cook for roughly 4 to 5 minutes until the mushrooms start to brown. Remember that wine marinade we saved? Now we're going to add it to the pan, along with 1 cup of beef stock. Mix together and bring to a boil and let it reduce. This should take about 10 minutes. Once it reduces enough, add cornstarch slurry. If you don't know what a slurry is, it's 1 teaspoon of cornstarch mixed with equal part liquid. In this case, I use some of the marinade. Continue to heat until sauce starts to thicken. Add 2 tablespoons of butter and mix well. This should help thicken up the sauce a little bit more. Now's a good time to add salt and pepper. Cook this down until completely melted, and then turn your heat to low to keep warm. It's time to prepare our dinner. So let's start by setting the oven to 425 degrees. Now that your steak has come to room temperature, we're going to brush both sides with olive oil so it doesn't stick to the grill. Since the broccoli takes 20 minutes and the steak takes about 16, we are going to put the broccoli in the oven first. And then to time everything, I'm going to place my steak on my preheated grill at medium-high. We're going to let this cook for about 8 minutes each side. About 4 minutes left, I'm going to turn the steak so I get nice grill marks. When the steak is done, bring it inside and let it rest. Now I'm going to take the broccoli out of the oven. After 10 to 15 minutes of rest, slice your meat. It should be nice, juicy, and delicious and about medium rare throughout. You can plate as you like. With this, I decided to serve a baked potato. A little bit of the sliced meat. Some of the roasted broccoli. Now let's add some sauce and mushrooms to the dish. Extra sauce. It sounds good. And one more time. Why not? Now I'm going to put a little Parmesan on my broccoli. There. Now that's complete. Doesn't that look delicious?
Now I'm ready.
Now you're ready. Go.
You're supposed to say action.
Oh, I'm sorry. Action.
I
Okay.
messed up.
From the beginning. Ready?
No.
Ready? And action.
Too funny.
All right, go ahead. The ham.
Not ham. Hope you enjoyed Recipe Time with my Uncle Brett. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and if that notification bell doesn't have two little dings on it, hit that and make it dinging so you get notified every time my Uncle Brett posts a new recipe. Wait 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm running glass carried to emotions. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.